tell the EPA to enforce the Clean Water Act, protect the people of Appalachia from mountaintop removal pollution. Do we have the speakers to begin with from Appalachia? Yes. Marley Green will introduce them.
Hey, y'all. Hey, my name is Marley Green. I come from far south West Virginia. We drove up 9 hours yesterday. Thank y'all for being here today. It's so cold. Well, at least it is for us. But it's really important. We met with the EPA this morning. You know, we feel like they're hearing us, but they need to hear us louder, right? We've been rallying here. We've been meeting with them for years. It just doesn't appear that they're hearing us quite loud enough. So we're starting here today, bringing this loud voice and this big show of support for Appalachia and for an end to mountaintop removal. But we're not stopping here. We're going to keep on marching. We're going to keep on keeping on until they stop blowing up our mountains across Appalachia. So I want to turn the mic over to one of my biggest heroes in this fight and in this struggle. Is a young guy whose actions and words speak louder than a lot of people in this world. And he's a big hero of mine. That's all I gotta say. His name's Junior Walk. He's coming from Southern West Virginia, and he's right here. And he's gonna say a few words about what we heard from the EPA this morning.
Hey, how are y'all doing? Thanks a lot for coming out. So yeah, as Marley just got done saying, we just got finished meeting with the EPA a couple minutes ago, maybe 30, 40 minutes ago. And so they said one particular thing in there that's kind of been on my mind a little bit, and I just want to share with y'all. Their idea for cleaning up the mining pollution in Appalachia is more mining. Yeah, tell them what you think about that. Get a little bit louder. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I know a lot about mining pollution. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to be full of myself or anything, but I had blood red water coming out of my taps for 7 years. You know, and I vomit blood at least once a week because of that. I got a lot of health problems. If some of y'all may have seen me a couple years ago, I was a lot heavier. You know, I had a lot more weight on me. Now I don't. You know, I've been getting sicker and sicker, and that's because of the coal mining that the EPA is allowing to go on in my home. And I want to let them know that they're not only complacent in this poisoning of our people, but they are one of the reasons. You know, they not only give out the permits, but they help the coal industry to tailor their permits so they can go through all the other regulatory bodies. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Thank y'all a lot for coming out.
Okay, I forgot one group, an important group that's here, and that's the veterans from the Veterans Multi-Service Center. Thank you all for coming out. They're great supporters of environment. Thank you. And next we have some street theater for you.
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
All right, folks, we're going to use a little bit of street theater to address people watching us, to address the EPA, and to help explain the injustice of water pollution and environmental degradation from coal mining. So we're going to ask people who want to be part of the die-in to stand behind this chain right now. Some of you, we talked about this, Matthew, Lou, so if you're participating in a die-in here, I'm going to read some of the toxic chemicals. These are called inorganic dissolved solids. They are toxic heavy metals. They run into the water for people who live in coal country. As I read one out, we're going to read through 6 of them here. There are a lot more. We're going to read through some of them. Verse 6. These are the chemicals that poison people. These are the chemicals that Junior was talking about that make him sick and other people there. So as I read them out, please choose when you would like to lie down for the diet. So let's start at the top of the list. In toxicity, how about mercury? Arsenic. Lead. Aluminum. Chromium. Cadmium. Zinc.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on. The mountaintop removal is banned. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around. Turn me around, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking. The mountaintop removal is banned. Ain't gonna let no big coal turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no big coal turn me around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking. The mountaintop removal is banned. Ain't gonna let a big coal turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no big coal turn me around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking. The mountaintop removal is banned.
Okay, good. Now we've got a couple more people that want to say a few words. We've got Thomas Freeman, one of the veterans. He's a veteran of the Gulf War. You back there, Thomas? There you are. Come on out. Tell people why would a veteran from the Gulf War want to come support this today?
The reason that we've come out to support you is just as we served and supported the country, we also support the Sierra Club in protecting you from those dangerous chemicals. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Excellent. And last but not least, we've got Eli Schul from, I always want to forget the name. Rising Tide, thank you.
Hi. I wrote this down because it's important to me and I want to make sure I get this right. My name's Eli Schul from Rising Tide Philly, and I'm from Philadelphia. I grew up here, and I've also had the great pleasure of living and working in West Virginia. And I lived in coal country near where Junior Walk grew up and where other friends of mine grew up down there. So I've had the pleasure of living in West Virginia. I've also had the great sorrow of living somewhere where you hear blasting every day, where the water tastes like gasoline, and where by the time you're 30, you can open your high school yearbook and start looking through at all the pictures of people who have died from cancer. Are you listening, EPA?
Are you listening, EPA?
For most people here in Philadelphia, life is very different. And Raleigh County, West Virginia is 500 miles away. So what does coal mining mean here in Philadelphia? There are many answers to this question, but one that I wanted to talk about today is our history as Americans. And how coal is an unavoidable part of that history as a country and as a colonial state. Since the 1700s, they've been pulling coal from Appalachia. It powered our forages in the world wars, and it was integral to building the industry that gives us our standard of life today. Mountaintop removal didn't poison all that water in Appalachia. It was a century or more of coal mining. Mountaintop removal is just the latest injustice for the people of Appalachia. If you've got friends in other parts of Pennsylvania, or Maryland, or Virginia, or Ohio, or Michigan, or Missouri, or the whole Midwest, parts of the Mountain West, parts of California as well. When they flick on the lights, they're burning coal. Much of this coal also goes overseas. So from She to Shining Sea and beyond, we burn coal, and it's always been killing people. Are you listening, EPA? So they asked me to talk about why or what coal extraction means here in Philadelphia. So I thought that it doesn't have to do with being a Philadelphian. It has to do with being an American, and we have to be accountable to our history and our present as consumers in a polluted economy. Now as Philadelphians, or wherever we've come from, we must now stand with these Appalachians, and we must demand that the EPA do the right thing. And help communities that are fighting extractive colonial industries. Because unless we demand better, our prosperity and their suffering are inevitably intertwined. So please, thank you very much for joining us today, and please come out again and stay involved in this campaign. Thank you.
Thank you. Just one last thing. It's kind of an act of faith to come out on a cold, cold day like this, and we have maybe 60 people here. Can we really make a difference? And to me, it's like an adventure tale. We're out here to go slay a dragon, and that dragon is really big, and we're really small, and we feel like, you know, can we possibly do this? But along the way, we make friends like we've got here today, and we discover talents that we have that we didn't know were amongst us. We develop our skills. We get stronger, and eventually, maybe, you know, history kind of is on our side because we're fighting for people's health and things that are good, so we are going to win. And what we've done here today is we've really built a greater alliance than we've ever had before on this, I think. So thank you so much. You've been a part of it, and it goes on from here. It doesn't stop today. Thanks so much for being here.